Tank Lip, 2015, Jason Lip. You know, this is part 3 of this seminar I'm trying to kick to you. So, you know, once again, fucking camera got some 9-minute limits on me. So I lost some shit. Hold on. Let me just replay the end of this second video so I can see where I gotta pick up from. Where at least for you, for what you see on the video. Here we go.
Speech that long ago got me stuck in a maze. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you some shit from the soul and the heart right now. You know what I'm saying? Like this.
I got to rewind the shit still. Hang on. Hang on a second.
Part of what I was trying to do in the first video of this seminar was stay calm, because I'm about to kick some even crazier shit than it already seems to you. I know it just seems like some crazy
shit.
Talking some crazy shit.
I'm talking some shit.
You know, and two crazies don't make it right.
I don't
Crazy
know.
man talking crazy shit. How would it be anything other than crazy? And that's the trick. Life might be the escape out of the box.
That box.
You know, if I could actually be that Buddha.
That Buddha.
And stay calm and give you crazy and explain crazy in a calm, rational, logical way.
I'm going to try to do that.
Understand it and comprehend it. It's a coherent talk, not some manic, pressured speech.
Yep. Speak
that
it.
long ago got me stuck in a maze.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you some shit from the soul.
Alright. So, I see where we at. We still a long ways. It seems like I've given you like already 18 minutes on them first 2 videos. And now I just lost a minute of this limited camera trying to replay this video so I could like catch my bearings and shit. You know, we're still a long way from the punchline. There's some more explaining. I gotta build this up for you. There's so many fucking layers. You know, I don't know if what I'm about to spit is exactly where I really want to pick up this video, but what's fresh in my head right now, I'm gonna go with it. You know, in this effort to stay calm while I try to explain something completely crazy, some evil shit. So, you know, I discussed in the videos, you know, how when the storm of the craziness first hit, it probably was back in the 80s. But as a young kid, way too fucking ignorant to fathom what was going on. So just accepted it as fucked up. And I was fucked up. And then I woke up, little by little, you know, Mr. Sleepy Dopey, you know, just slowly waking up, that awakening and shit. So really maybe I started dead and came alive in some other death type shit. And the catch-22 of that, as I explained, like the more I began to wake up and focus, when for some reason I couldn't focus and understand those things or pick that shit up and really understand it before, I became more boxed, more paranoid, and was still learning a lot, taking a lot in, but losing a lot, because then life, without that ignorance, was no longer bliss. I was just a man on a mission. And it hasn't been just fun through them games. You know, life is games. It's a transaction. You know, we interacted and they transactions, you know, everything you do. It's all some type of game if you play with the dynamics, and when you keep playing with the same dynamics and making the same mistakes, You know, you get the same results, and if they're not good dynamics, they ain't gonna be good results. It's just a man trying to become better, my best version of myself. That quest. I sought to change things. And part of that catch-22 and trap is a delusion that might not even, I really don't fucking know at this point if it's a delusion or if it's so unreal but actually real that this is already really written, like on some destiny, some plan shit, like some map, like God or the devil, whoever the fuck it is, like it's actually already been planned. And a lot of you on that shit, like you subscribe to that in your Bibles and your studies and what you're being taught and what you're preaching, that you kind of understand something big is really going on, but then when the shit get real, then you back away. Like you're so shook, you can't really stare in that light. Like it's too blinding for you. But I kept stepping in that mud puddle. Like I wanted answers. You know, because if the reality is it's really fucked up, maybe it's always going to be fucked up. Maybe there ain't no escaping that. But to make some sense of this senseless shit, this pointless shit, some vindication, some revenge or wrath, without hurting anyone else, but just helping myself have some peace. So I kept focusing in this box, this focus box, this monkey torture. Kind of like someone is involved conducting the experiment and they slowly, you know, they're giving you breadcrumbs for you to pick up on your Hansel and Gretel shit, you know, trying to make your way back home. And they like teasers because you're not getting all the answers all at once. Maybe all at once is too much. Who's the only one that could deal with all that at once? They say God, you know, that all-knowing. And, you know, so maybe this was part of the plan. A man that want answers, need answers, but you can't quite give it all at once because then you just, that shit just would explode so much. I just would be erased. So, you know, they piecemealing this shit. Part of my conspiracy theory. You know, if the world want to be a guide and narrate some tour, you know, I hear them voices and navigate you through this plane. You know, I mean, they're very stupid or very smart, like I'm following the signs. So I'm paying attention, I'm getting focused, but the more I focus on boxing, it's also kind of on like some butterfly effect shit. You know, Ashton Kutcher in that movie. You know, every time he ended up in a different realm in reality, like, how did he get himself to then escape that? You know, he had the paper, you know, reading his own writing, you know, staring, fixated on them words. Go watch that butterfly effect. Ashton Kutcher, he really did that shit in the movie. You know, he's staring, so fixated, to the point where he just like levitate and just explode, and then he end up somewhere else. And the catch-22 for him was each time he tried to change some reality, you know, something ended up missing when he went to that next realm. Like, you never could quite get it right, even though he was just trying to get it right. Where him and his buddy was no longer paralyzed in the chair. And then as soon as his buddy was no longer paralyzed in the chair, then he was the one getting rolled around in the wheelchair. So he fixed everyone else's problems, and then he ended up, the man, suffering with all the problems, to the point where it's just like some explosion shit at the end. Like, he in that, like, psych ward, just all boxed in, and some type of maze trying to get out. But the reality of that is you can't get out on that. But